But what we're experiencing is made believe. You were made believe. It was like this before you had the chance to make believe yourself. But now I'm creating my own world by the things that I'm saying. Yes, like some of them are just free ideas that come to me without me trying to think of them. That's what makes me know it's not coming from me. You know, but then I take those ideas and I think, what if, or, you know, I have to believe them to be a certain way for them to happen. Like I didn't just one day go, and start doing that. Like I thought that like, maybe if I use the energy in my hands and I point it this direction, this will happen. And because I believe, because I've done something so odd that was invisible energy, and I had to actually work, that I didn't need to believe that it could happen. So I was like, well, I know I have energy, so I move it around freely. Like, just by you knowing that I have, like, if you believe in me, and you believe that you can move your chi around. There really is chi. There's energy in the air, and if you breathe right, if you slow your mind down and don't think, here's the problem. Besides what I was just saying, I'll be silent for like 30 seconds. Tell me about a week at school, and when I get ready, I want you to I'll be silent purposely for a few seconds, and I'll say, first thing you think of. And I want you to like literally say the first word that pops in, and don't try to think like boob or caterpillar. You know what I mean? Like don't even give it a second of thought. But since I was just talking about that, I don't want to do it now because it'll be along. You'll have to think of something because it's on the spot. Think of something. Give me a word. You know, like what do you think? Yeah. So like, tell me about school. Or tell me about some of the stuff that you've done.
Well,
what happened to the other one? It blew off probably. Well.
yeah, I did.
You know, if we really cared that much to get out there, I should have done come here and pick up all this shit. But what would I do? I would just say, hey,
All these bullets?
I respect you and I want to clean up, but I don't know what I would do with them. Maybe burn them. You can burn them. They melt down eventually. Or smash the glass and the brick and put it back in the ground. So, whatever. What are we going to say? So what could you say? What you going to say about school? What's the news? What happened this week? Is it, you know, if it's all just like things that have to do with perverted jokes, smoking, watching vulgar, violent movies, then that's fine. But if it's not those things, I'd rather know about those things first. Not the vulgarity and whatever, because that's stuff that I want you to try to wean off of. Even smoking, even though I'm standing here smoking with you, I know you want to do it. So therefore, since I know you want to do it, I'm God. You ask, you get. Like literally. I don't know how to say it any other way. And I don't want you to be like, you know, like when I'm with you, I act a certain way. Like I think I don't just think I'm God. I think everybody is. We just have the ability to express it. And when you truly believe in yourself, that's what you're doing. With I believe in God, I believe in myself. Same thing. But anyway, I don't even go off on something. Because my person popping in, I still have. It's like I'm 2 or 3 beings at one time at all times. It's sort of odd, but I'm still not like crazy. I'm not like trying to cause problems to anybody. And if somebody talks about something, I go into the situation like, oh, okay, yeah, sorry about that. I'll stop talking about that stuff if you want to. Yeah, pretty cool. Like, definitely not crazy. I think I'm all personalities. But go ahead. Tell me something. Talk.
It's okay. When you're a joke. Alright, so one day this lady walks into a building and says, hey. And the person that's there says, hey. And the lady walks in and says, what's your name? And the person says, Bob. Alright? And then Bob and her become good friends. And one day they go to a party and they say, hey, meet my friend Bob. And that friend Bob becomes good friends and they say, hey, meet my friend Bob. And then that good friend makes friends with that friend. And then he says, hey, meet my friend. She says, what's his name, Bob? He says, no, it's Doug.
Is there a word relation of why that goes that way, or is it just to be bobbing and bobbing and bobbing and Doug? And that's it. Is that the punchline?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You just make it up right now?
Yeah.
Oh. And see, is that because when I asked you about what happened with you, you don't want to talk about it because all you do is knucklehead stuff? And you only act buzzing around?
All I do is just sit there, don't really talk to anybody. Kind of just sit in my own little corner.
No, because it's new to you still. New people. Don't be. No one's like rude to you. You haven't had any problems like that yet, have you? Is the environment of people less aggressive?
They're more just like staring because you're the new kid.
You know, from this point, you have the option to make up any future you want. You don't have to be the same Xavier you were in Corey. You're at a new school. You're a new person. Every day you're a new person. You're whatever you want to be. And if you believe it, it's true. If other people are like, well, he wasn't like that before, he is now. I used to be fat. I'm not anymore, and I'm proof of that. Everything inside me that's changed, I can't.
One day. And then she walked up to me one day and she's like, "Hey, you kind of look like you lost a little bit of weight." And I was like, "You look a little more grown up and stuff." And she's like, "Oh, thanks." And then she's like, "You're changed." I was like, "Yeah, I know."
But those are physical attributes, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, deep down, all those mental and emotional and even spiritual, most people don't ever talk the word spiritual. I say 50,000 times a day, on not by accident, but it's just part of my language now. But, you know, in your physical attribute way you change, but in every way you're changing. Like emotionally you're changing too. You know, you're not, I don't see you throwing fits like, do you still have outbursts daily? Often? Do you feel pressured? Do you have the pipe, or did I just put it in the one last pocket? Nope, very last pocket. I'll put one little more chunk in there. Is that? Do you need it? Do you want any more?
I don't mind if we get more.
Would you like more?
I would.
Here. All right. Don't do the super hit then. If I don't want to see you rocking and falling over. Like, I want you to at least, you know, build some kind of tolerance. It's a mental thing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you can do whatever you want. This is just, actually, I can't say anything that I say. You can take it or leave it, you know. Mm-hmm. I suggest take it. Yeah, because I won't tell you anything that's going to be wrong for you. But at the same time, there are things that you won't be able to really internalize until you experience it. And you could experience it through watching it or whatever. Like, there's certain things you should experience that way. There's other things that you just want to go through in order to do it, you know. You want to go through a heartache and a romance and all that stuff. And you've had one, but you have a few more. You'll see different sides of that before you realize that. I mean, everyone this day and age doesn't stay together for very long. Like, no one stays married.
Shoot, I saw this thing where it was like, in this daily world, this type of day, people wouldn't last a whole lifetime together anymore.
As they shouldn't, honestly. It's because we're meant to love each other, but for some reason, when we're with one another, other people don't allow you to show it for anyone else because they take it personal. That's for after. I just get them out. I have one left in here, so save that for me. Got the chunk. The bumbles.
I really like bees. I used to be super scared of them. I'm not really that scared of them. I've been talking a lot more today.
everything until the last part was good. Keep that one to yourself, because know that you're talking a lot more, and know that that's an improvement. Because I've noticed that too. Plus, I talk a lot. So I cut people off? Sometimes. See, I don't want you, I want you to be a little more, like, I'm just worried about you going back there and acting dopey. I'm not worried about it. I'm projecting it on you. On the way back, we'll skip and hop, and I'll give you more energy. You know, I can give energy from myself to you by using the outside world to give you energy. Isn't that crazy? I've learned how to do that. Like, an energy healer will not only show you how they do it, will show you how to use it for yourself. I'll also use it on you without you knowing, from the outside world, not from me, and from me. By getting you inspired, I'm giving you energy, am I not? When you inspire somebody, even if you get some, go, 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 you can do it. And if they're listening to you in a way where they believe in you and they know that you believe in them, they do push themselves a little harder. If they hear you barking orders at them, they don't even try. It's really, those are all vibrational things that we see in a physical form, but they don't seem physical because we hear the vibration of the voice, and we personally receive the vibration of the impression. Like, if someone's like, let's go, guys, and you're like, fuck that, dude. Or if you're like, and someone's like, you know, you have it, you can do it, and you're like, yeah, I can't. On your level of, even if somebody's like that, and you feel like, I can't, you might even be like, yeah, but I can't, and make it even worse. So it's all your vibration too. It's all you. If you have the positive vibration, you'll take in the bad and turn it positive. And you'll take in the good and remain positive and increase it. And to the point where you can take the bad and make it even more positive than the positive, because you increase it and then multiply it. Like, it's all mind games with yourself. Get it out, man! And when you get it out, be confident and don't get a doubt. You have the ability to find him other ways, right, to get gigs, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I really don't want to keep you snagging from mom and dad and Brian for you. And the only time I really smoke is when I get around mom and dad. During the days, I haven't really been smoking. I bought a few because I bought weed again, and I wasn't going to this week. And when I bought weed, I'm like, I am going to have some cigs with it. And I don't feel bad about it. I'm not going to get down on myself because I wanted to do this certain thing this week. And dude, no sugar, no caffeine, no artificial anything. Nothing but fruits, vegetables, and water. And I did have, like, those organic drinks, but I only had, like, one a day. None with any caffeine, none with added sugar. All just juice, and maybe filtered water. Like, I did nothing but that all week, and I feel amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Like, whew. Every day I had more energy than ever before. Like, ever before. And it's because I'm eating, I'm not just fasting and cleansing myself. I'm eating the right things and still cleansing myself, because I'll only eat for, like, 3 hours or 4 hours period of the day. So I'll eat dinner, and right after dinner I'll have like a snack, and then I'll have some pineapple, and then I'll have 2 pieces of toast. Like, holy shit, you just ate a shitload. I'm like, yeah, but I won't eat again until tomorrow at this time. And even the next day when I eat at this time, I might just have a shake. Get it closer to your mouth, man. What the hell is that? You do things awkwardly, which is fine, but I say exactly what I'm thinking out loud. And sometimes I think it's just universal air thoughts. It's my interpretation of the thought, and it's your interpretation of the action, but out loud in the air. I'm an open channel. I've got to swallow my words sometimes. Because I don't mean anything. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm so loving that I'm so forward. As I say, 2 flicks.
2 flicks or no flicks.
Say, what the fuck, man? What you doing, man? I said. What do you say? Ese. What do you say?
Ese bomb.
Ese. What do you say?
Ese bomb.
Bob.
Bob the Builder.
Some people are like, that's deja vu. But you know, you guys have mentioned Bob the Builder for years and years and years. You even mentioned, named the thing on music, Bob the Builder. It's like, for some reason, that sticks around. That's part of your now more than you realize. When you said it the first time, when you saw it the first time, it's the same moment as when you think of it again. Same moment. There is no such thing as a different moment. This is all It's already done in every possible form, if that makes any sense. But every possible form is the dream of a rock, the dream of every element of sky. Every different element of everything has its own thought process or informational compatibility system, you know? A flower to the air works different than a fish to the air, because we know that flowers open up and fish die. And we breathe and we fly in it. Birds fly in it. You might need... Did you use these yet? I would say you need to. I do have personal... I know I have personal judgments. Like, I love you unconditionally upon everything. But I have my personal judgments. Like I want to be able to say, like, I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this. Like, I'm proud of you guys for whatever is going on in your life. But I wish I could look at you and see you being like, yeah, fully composed, like, knowing and determined. But even though I'm not, I'm only saying this because this is me being straight. This is what you want to hear but don't know, right? Mm-hmm. I want to see you, like, in control of what you're doing in your life. Not just acting like everyone else your age, because you're not your age. You're whatever you want to be. And age is just another made-up term that somebody made up. You're just another. You're like a mushroom is to the ground as we are to mammals. Like to mammals, we have the most information. We have the intelligence and technology to do more.
Dolphins are close though.
In the water, they are the intelligent mammal. Like a spore is like the intelligent earth. A human is the intelligent mammal, or like intelligent land roaming. You're missing totally, dude. Damn, move away from the wall. You're like, you had it like this and it was pouring on here. Tip it right to your eye. Right to your eye. Don't try not to be so awkward. I'm trying to help you, man. Tip it all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. Straight up and down. This. Is that hard? Bam. I don't know if we got it the second time, but... I mean, it's funny, but God damn it, shut up. Yeah. They are loud. Oops. So do you have any friends with names yet? Okay. What did he do?
He was a girl. And then turned himself into that. He kind of looks like Harry Potter.
How old?
14.
Turned himself into a guy. What would make them do that, you think?
People used to pick on him because they said, like, oh, you look like a guy. And they're like, why do you look like a guy?
So they just took everyone else's words and went with it. And you could be meant to have talked to them. But maybe since you can't relay the message right yet and don't know, like listen to the silence around them. See what they're really saying without listening to their words. That's what I do with everybody. Intuition is that. The silence around the words and the silence between the words. And the thought of any, like I can sort of picture what you guys do in your life, but I don't want to tell you my... We've been gone for way more than a half hour. There is a garbage can here. So. Sounds like nighttime. Give me. I love nature. Ooh, piece of glass. You ain't gonna get me. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Oh, yeah. Did the words "get it" make you think that?
Yeah.
Never gonna get it.